Hi mathematicians, welcome back to Mrs. Rich's home. I am so glad that I get to play a place value battle with you today. So I've been waiting all weekend to do math with you, and we're going to actually use a deck of cards today. So find in your home a deck of cards, and if not, you're going to need to pause the video and create a deck of cards using paper and pencil. And it's going to be so much fun, but at the end is what I think is really going to be a challenge for you today. So we're going to play place value battle, and then you're going to keep track of your score points, and then I am actually trying to see if I can beat 10,000 points. And so hopefully you can help me at the end add up and find the sum of my total. And I'm not going to do it in a traditional way that I was taught when I was young and probably your parents were taught. I'm going to do it in a totally different way using all these math statements and math talk that our teachers are encouraging, that help us conceptualize and be able to talk about math in a deeper level. So things like using doubles and making 10. What does all that mean? Well, I'm going to show you, and so hopefully math will be just a little bit easier and you'll be able to understand why we set math problems up the way that we do. Have so much fun with the place value battle, and hopefully this is a game that you can play at your house. Like I said, you'll want to find items around your house. We're going to use a deck of cards and paper and pencil. Here's some guidelines to place value battle. You need at least 2 players, a deck of cards, and you need to take all the jacks, queens, and kings out of the pile. It's up to you and your family if you're going to keep the aces in. If you keep the aces in, they can count as a digit of 1. I'm playing with my daughter Layla, and she is setting up her scoreboard, and she's writing her name, and then she's making 4 columns to show thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones place value. I'm going to do the same on my side. Next, after shuffling the deck of cards, we're going to make sure that I get 3 cards and she gets 3 cards, and then we're going to put the rest of the pile face down. Let's practice. Let's say these were my cards, a 6, a 4, and a 9. I'm going to readjust them in my place value columns to make the largest number possible. 964, 900, 6 tens, and 4 ones. And I'm going to move that over to my scoreboard. My partner's going to do the same thing. She's going to look at her cards, readjust them, and then write her score down. Then we determine who had the bigger number. Layla had the bigger number, so she gets my 3 cards, and now she has a total of 6 cards, and whoever has the most cards at the end wins. Okay. Shuffle again. Here we go. My 3 cards this time are a 2, a 9, and a 3. I'm going to adjust to make the largest number possible, 932. I'm going to take my number and I'm going to move it over to my scoreboard. A 9 in the hundreds place, a 3 in the tens place, and a 2 in the ones place makes 932. Let's see what Layla did. Layla's cards are facing her, and she had 985. She's going to write a 9 in her hundreds place, an 8 in her tens place, and a 5 in her ones place, because that's what her place value is when they're facing her. Who won this round?
Mm-hmm. You got it. You won again.
That's right. Layla won this round. Let's do one more. But this time we drew a 10. So the 10 can actually stand for 2 digits. Here I have 1,052. But if I move my 5 to the thousands place, now I have 5,210. Which one should I do? Definitely the one that makes me have 5,000. So when you have 3 cards and you have a 10 as one of your digits, make sure to use the largest number, just like Layla's going to do now, to make your largest number possible, because it's a battle of place value. If I have a 7, a 5, and a 10, I definitely want to put the 7 in the thousands place, because 7,510 is a lot bigger than 1,075. Let's look at Layla's cards. Did she beat me again? She has a 9, a 5, and a 10. 9,510. Which one's bigger? That's right. Her 9,000 is much bigger than my 7,000. Here is my scoreboard of my thousands, my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. I wonder what my total would be. I'm going to move all of my scores over to this whiteboard. You can stop and determine a winner now based on who has more cards, or you can go to this next step and we are going to add up some big numbers. You can decide, do you just want to add 2 of your rounds or do you want to add more than 2? I'm going to go ahead and add all 5 of my rounds to see if I achieved my goal of beating 10,000 points. I can use a calculator, but that's too easy. I'm going to save that for the end to check my work. I'm going to take a different color marker. I'm going to check how many thousands I have first, because everybody says you can't start with the thousands, but I'm going to show you how. I already know I have 7,000. Let's go over to the hundreds column and see if we can find any more thousands hiding in there. I see a 600, but I'm going to make that a 400. And I'm going to take those hundreds and make them over to each be with the 900. So there's 1,000 and there's 1,000. Now I have 2 more 1,000. Those are done. What do you see that I can do next with my hundreds? I have 400, 800, and 500. I think I see a way to make doubles. What if I borrow from 800 and I make it 700 and I take that extra 100 that I borrowed and I give it to 400 to make 500. Now I have 500 and 500 and that makes another 1,000 to move over to my thousands column. I still have that 700 left, but now that can stay in the hundreds column as my total. And now I'm ready to move over to my tens column. See what I see? Yep, you're right. Another doubles. 40 plus 40 is 80. 60 and 30 is 90. And 90 plus 10 is another 100. I can move that 100 over to the hundreds column. Now I have 80, and that 80 remains in my tens column. Let's go over to the final ones column. Look at that, another doubles. 2 plus 2 is 4. And then I have 4 plus 4 is 8 ones. And 8 I can count up. 9, 10, 11. I have 11 ones, but wait a minute. There's a 10 hiding in there. Take that 10, move it over to my tens column, and now I have 9 tens and only 1 1. Whew, that was a lot of hard thinking. What's my total? 1 1, 9 tens, 8 hundreds, and how many thousands? You got it, 10,000. Before I get excited, let me check my work in the calculator. Did I beat my goal of getting 10,000 points? We matched 10,891. Mathematicians, thanks for playing the place value battle. Have so much fun playing this with your family.